Hey you. Yeah, you. You ever thought to yourself, man, if I was a children's content creator, I'd be rolling in the dough. But you ultimately don't do it because you have too much self-respect. Well, some of us were deprived of oxygen while growing up, and because of that, we get something like LankyBox. Hi, my name is Papa Tess, and I like to talk about random things on the internet. Now, today, we'll be talking about the peak brain rot that is LankyBox. Now, who is LankyBox? Well, to put it in layman's terms, they're pretty much just two guys that may or may not be secretly into one another who owned 6 YouTube channels. Yes, you heard me correctly. Count them. 6. That's more than one hand. And they all make children's content. These delightful pair of radical dudes have their main channel, which is LankyBox, sitting at a whopping 36 million subs, which is not including their other multi-million sub channels. Now you may be asking yourself, what type of content do these guys make? Well, I can't explain it, so it's better to just show you.
How many Robux, Apple Vision Pros, or Super Mansions could you buy if you had Mr. Beast's credit card?
Roblox, that's not my Robloxian. You have to spot super cursed Robloxian doppelgangers. And they even put LankyBox in the game? And another one!
Now, if you think that isn't so bad, we also have the cesspit that is, drumroll please, YouTube Shorts. Yes, the same YouTube Shorts where you go from movie clips to squirrels getting shot by BB guns. Yes, that's a real thing, by the way. Don't look that up. The thing with these YouTube Shorts is, dare I say, worse than their original content. I mean, they're peak brain rot, levels that no children should ever reach. You have such guest appearances as a Digital Circus, that thing from that really mediocre horror game Poppy's Playtime, and a literal Among Us chicken nugget, and their own plushies that they help advertise to children constantly. Not only are these channels just content farms to rake in as much money as physically possible, they're also constantly shilling their own merch. But Tess, every YouTuber does that. And yes, you'd be correct, but here's the problem with our boy Lanky here. They have entire YouTube channels dedicated to doing just that. Take LankyBox World, for example. Their channel picture is their plushies, and in their latest video, they are quite literally sitting there in their tiny little blown out video, holding their merch for the entirety of the video's length. And they do this in almost all of their videos, no matter what channel it's on. If that isn't the most aggressive YouTube marketing, then I don't know what is. I mean, it's even worse than Logan Paul. Yeah. Now, how did these wonderful bastards start in the YouTube sphere? Well, we'd have to rewind the clock about 7 years ago. For all you LankyBox viewers, that's 2017. They started doing something that is arguably more current than children's content. And that's, drumroll please once again, K-pop parodies. Woo! They have such bangers as Zero Budget BTS, Zero Budget Twice, Zero Budget J-Hope, Zero Budget Taylor Swift. Oh boy, Taylor Swift. The same person who tells us to worry about our carbon footprint, but takes a jet everywhere. It's also crazy because they pretty much have the entire song playing once again in its entirety. So it's a miracle they even stayed up. I guess 2017 YouTube was just different back then. But besides all of the cringe K-pop, they actually put a ton of effort into their videos, which probably explains why they were so popular back in the day. Another crazy thing is that you have people in their comments going, ugh, I miss the old LankyBox. My brother in Christ, their old content wasn't any better. But that leads us to where we are now. For a channel of 36 million subs, it's wild to see that they only get a small fraction of the views that you'd think a channel of this magnitude should get. According to their social blade, ever since July 2021, their views have been slowly dwindling, which is the direct opposite of their subscriber count. A thonking emoji? Now, I have a theory, so bear with me, it is a little bit outlandish, but my theory is, due to COVID lockdown, a bunch of kids had a load of free time. And unfortunately, they found their way onto a LankyBox video, just like you and I have. The hyper editing absolutely fried their dopamine receptors, and they basically became your local crackhead looking for their next fix. But then COVID lockdown was lifted, and it served as a little makeshift rehab, and it kicked their habit. But that's just a theory. A game theory! I want to kill myself. I mean, but in all seriousness, I mean, this is more than likely the actual reason. Is more likely case is that all the kids just ended up growing up and probably moved on to Mr. Breast. I mean, it's only a finite resource when your audience is literally children. Once again, with a fan base of literally children, their time to watch content like this is literally finite. They can eventually and will grow out of this and move on to somebody else. But I'm not a deep dive analysis YouTuber. I'm just some Mexican on the internet who likes to talk about random things that I find even remotely interesting. And with that, my name is Papa Tess, and if I even remotely made you smile or exhale some air out of your nostrils, why not give me a quick little sub? Trying something new, and subs/likes shows that you want more videos like this. And with that, you have yourself a swell day, and I'll see you in the next one.